Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching The Press, watching it live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We've now been joined by our guest, Habib Gajo, who's a public affairs analyst. He'll help us analyze some of the top stories we read out to you earlier. And this is also the segment where our phone lines are now open for you to call in and join the conversation as it progresses this morning. Exactly how it's biting hard on you, you can always express yourself on the show. Mr. Gajo, you're welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
And I know the days you wear white, it's always like it's going to be a brutal day for the analysis. All right, so let's start with what's currently biting hard on all of the citizens. I'm sure when you were coming, you noticed a few queues and all of that. I don't know, have you been able to easily get fuel yourself, and how much did you get a litre for, as in within the last few days?
Yeah, I filled my tank at 680.
Did you have to queue for that?
Yeah, I've queued.
Okay, so it's
in fact a long queue, long hours before I got the fuel.
It basically explains what Nigerians are currently experiencing, and what we are seeing right now is a blame game from NNPCL to the NNDPRA to this to that this is the person responsible, this is a challenge here, this is a challenge there. It's always like, anyways, should we even say it has returned, or it never even went away?
It never went away since Buhari regime that Tinubu inherited, and the removal of subsidy. I think the scarcity was then. Till date, I think we are up to one and a half year in a queue. Scarcity, suffering, and the rest. NNPC, I think NNPC is not telling Nigerians the truth. They have to come out and say the truth, so that Nigeria will be prepared. How many times you will fill your tank, or how many weeks or months, or how can you manage your fuel? Now it's no longer panic buying. You understand? Of course. There is no longer panic buying, because this has lingered for 1.5 years. In this case, the fault of NNPC is huge, because one, the production lies on them; they don't produce. Secondly, the responsibility of importation lies on them. Of course. And there is shortage of importation. Depots and farm tanks they don't have. If you go to Suleja here, you see trailers queuing for months without loading. In Lagos, the same thing. Everywhere is locked up for over a month. Port Harcourt for over 2 months, and so on and so forth. You understand? So all this reveal that we actually don't have the product. NNPC don't have the product, don't have PMS. You know, even though they are saying that they have enough to run through, IPMAN is also responding and saying many fuel tanks yet to load, as NNPC not supplying enough petrol yet. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You understand? Of course. They are not supplying. You understand? Very well. They are not producing. They promise us Port Harcourt refinery since I think since May up till to date, from May to December to is it March, February, April, August, now it's September. And there's another promise of the September, and then there's also a promise that crude will start rolling out in Naira come 1st October. Yes, through Dangote and other modular refineries. All this is a worrisome, because if government or if agencies of government is not transparent, will not be held accountable, and will not be held responsible, and officials cannot be punished, or queried, then definitely they will continue doing whatever they want. And this is the position we are today. I read about Atiku Abubakar, who accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and NNPC directly for this scarcity. Atiku is too smart when he's doing his own criticism. Okay. Yeah, he went direct to where the issues are. You understand? Blaming President Tinubu, it's quite obvious that he has to muzzle a political will to make sure Kaduna refineries works. You understand? But delay in operation, I think is something beyond what we see. Like the way Atiku is putting it, there is a sabotage. You understand? And President Tinubu is taking, or he looked the other way, in the sense that he has not pursuing everything, or he is not proactive. Okay, but when in the case in the case of the reason why Atiku blame Tinubu in the delay, because he is the Minister of Petroleum. Of course. You understand? So he should make sure the operation of the Port Harcourt refinery has been started. You understand? But other activities has took him away. That is why I said it's a fair criticism. You understand? It's no longer political opposition or other things that people will put it. You understand? But the truth remains that whether or not these are still opposition parties, because he's still in the PDP and he's still expressing himself. And the question would be, if he was in power, would he have done differently? He is expressing the minds of Nigerians. You understand? Whether he is in power or not in power, every Nigerian has a right, you understand, to look into what the government is doing and pick what is wrong and say it. There is a praise singers, and there is what the Buhari people used to say, haters or wailing wailers. You understand? But the issue is, we have to come out and say it. We have to say it the way it is. You understand? Whether you are an opposition party, or you are opposition leader, or you are a civil society organization, or something like that, or a commentator, you understand? Yes. This thing is beyond everybody. All right, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, you're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. I'm calling from Calabar. My name is Obong. All right, Mr. Obong, please join the conversation. Issue of petroleum or what is happening in Nigeria, it's not today it started. And moreover, it's not the issues that happen in Nigeria. We all know that issue of Nigeria today. Even you participated there know the issue that is happening in Nigeria. The grudges of war is still happening in Nigeria. Look at hunger everywhere. Senators are collecting big money. Governors are collecting big money. Okay, now, promises is there, lavishing. Can't we come together and know what is happening in Nigeria? The problem of Nigeria is not all this is that are talking. Sure. Let us come to table and dialogue and know where Nigeria is going.
Because Nigeria is diminishing. Every day, Nigeria is diminishing. You get 1 million today, tomorrow you will get 5 naira. You get 20 naira today, tomorrow you will get 50 kobo. Nigeria is diminishing. The money that is in Nigeria is diminishing.
All right.
Can't we come together and know what is going on?
All right. Thank you very much,
It's
Mr.
not
Obon.
the problem. The government is not the problem. The problem is dialogue. Let us dialogue and know where Nigeria is going. Good morning from Calabar.
Good morning, Mr. Obon. Thank you so much for your contribution. You know, part of the things he just touched on is communication. And that's where we have the biggest flaw. At the moment, there are conversations around a subsidy returned or not returned. Let us know what's going on. That's a question that most opposition parties have been tackling the president over. Now, there's this headline that says, despite Tinubu's fuel subsidy removal pronouncement, federal government spent 6.8 trillion naira. I beg your pardon. Federal government to spend 6.8 trillion naira on subsidies by 2024, which is the highest in 25 years. Now, the excerpt says the President Bola Tinubu-led administration plans to spend 6.8 trillion naira on fuel subsidies between August 2023 and December 2024, representing a 17-month period, according to reports. Citizens have been asking, has subsidy been restored? Why is the price of fuel not coming down? But it may look as though there's still subsidy being paid from the back door, but nobody's communicating anything.
I like the way you put it, from the back door, because it's a back door.
Whatever is not open to everyone is back door affair.
Yes. Secondly, people are asking, has this subsidy been terminated or not?
True.
You understand? And you see, those Protestants who said, bring back our good governance, you understand? Return our subsidy. That's what they are saying. Sure. You understand? Because there is no impact on it. And we have no Nigerians that is benefiting from the removal of the subsidy in whatsoever. In fact, it even worsens our economy. People are hungry. The man who called from Calabar, people are hungry. Whether you call from Lagos, from Calabar, from Kano, from Borno, from Yola, from everywhere, people are hungry. People cannot afford to buy food, either whether it's 2 square meal or 1 square meal. It's hard for Nigerians now. Not talk more of 3 square meals. No matter how you put it, you can't afford feeding. I think that's a dangerous part of it. And it all caused by the removal of subsidy and the devaluation of Naira, coupled with some bad policies. You understand?
That's a deep talk. Let's quickly take this call before you continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Samuel. I'm calling from Warri, precisely from Warri, Delta State.
All right, Mr. Samuel. Please join the conversation.
I do enjoy your program always.
Thank
you. Understand?
Yes, sir.
But what you have done is that from your end here,
yes,
your volume is very, very low. Very, very, very. Not only with this program, even with other programs. You understand?
Yes.
Please, maybe it's technical problem within you there or the network here. We are not hearing clearly what is that I'm seeing you.
All
you
right.
understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm watching, but we cannot hear you clearly.
Okay.
You understand?
Our technical department is noting this at the moment. Yes.
Maybe I'll call you back. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our technical department is noting this already. Thank you so much for that. You were talking about bad policies, floating of the Naira, announcement of removal of subsidy.
And insecurity. People can't go to the farm. People can't go to the market. You can't travel. So much heavy tax, multiple tax, extortion in the name of tax, even robbery in the name of tax. Because whoever blocked the road and said you cannot pass until you paid, then definitely that one is an armed robber. Let's call a spade a spade. So governors, chairman, local governments, and other tax outfits should take care of this menace of those tax collectors on the road.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Delta State.
All right, please join the conversation, sir.
Hope you are hearing us.
Your volume is kind of going up and coming down.
Oh, okay. We're adjusting it. We'll make it better. Please, we need you to turn down the volume of your TV set or step away from it as you hear from us.
I'm the Phoebe from Warri.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the issue about this government is the cost of government. When we say the cost of government is let the government, the governors cut down their costs, the Senate, the rep, cut down their costs, and you see that even this fuel price we are talking about will still come down.
Sure.
But when we are talking about everything goes back to the masses, you see we are queuing on buying of fuel right now. From 900 to 1,000 from filling stations. This is not helping us. We go there in the morning before we buy, it will be around maybe in the afternoon. We leave our jobs to go and struggle for fuel. That's the major problem. And we have, the funniest thing about it, we have oil, we are born with oil, and we are suffering for this kind of thing. And not that we are benefiting. It's just some few people that are benefiting from it. The cartel, they have their own cartel that are benefiting from this oil sector. And not everybody in the Delta State. That is why you are seeing some few time ago, you see some communities having issues of problems with riot and the rest. It's just because of politics. Because it's some few people that are benefiting from it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. You know, this conversation around this fuel subsidy or no subsidy removal is something that I think we need to call out the government for, because we need to understand where we truly stand. If subsidy has been removed or if it's truly still there, why should we still buy fuel at such an expensive rate? And they always say that you shouldn't be in river and be crying for lack of water.
That's akadabrakada. That's what is happening in Nigeria. Even when Buhari removed subsidy, he brought it through the back door. So there is always controversies and controversies. You understand? Like the last caller said, cost of governance. What is cost of governance? Cost of governance is corruption. Let us face the, say the truth. Whatever you said, cost of governance, there is no cost of governance. You understand?
Of course.
Because it's not a one-man job. Anybody can do it. You understand?
Absolutely.
So it's corruption, paying huge amount of salaries to some officials and huge amount of benefit and so on, allowances, is corruption. You understand?
Absolutely.
Just for instance, the president brought a new jet, or Nigeria bought a new jet for president, and a Cadillac Beast. You understand?
Yes.
And we have seen them celebrating. We have seen pictures everywhere. But the question is, has this money been appropriated?
Now, before we
and somebody is saying that the National Assembly, one of the spokesman of the president is saying that the National Assembly has approved it since July.
Before we even talk about that presidential jet,
or June,
there are other things to talk about before the presidential jet. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. Could you please turn down the volume of your TV set?
Yeah, I've done that already.
All right. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm Stanley calling from Anambra State.
All right, Mr. Stanley, please join the conversation.
Yeah, thank you very much for the audience.
Thank you too.
First and foremost, you know, there was never a fuel subsidy since Nigeria started this administration. We all know that. It's just an act of fraudulent. It's an act of fraudulent act. There was never a subsidy, and I can prove that to you.
Okay.
But we Nigerians, we don't actually know what to do to curb all these bad politicians whom have been keeping or putting our country this way. You can imagine our president, Olamide, a president-elect, not up to 2 years, and all his business doing is luxury, buying things for himself, and you know, there's never something tangible he has done for come on to reduce the fuel pump price to normal. He met the fuel pump price before. He refused, and people are suffering. But once this fuel pump price is being reduced to revert to the normal state, everything will normalize. Of course, we know that politicians have been eating and looting money, but whatever you are doing, don't be heartless.
All right.
Do what you're supposed to do.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Do what you're supposed to do, and don't eat your money and do the needful to people.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution.
I bet you this is out of wickedness, and this place is not taking before 30 years. Nigeria will be no more.
All right, thank you so much.
Everybody will be going begging.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. The issue of subsidy is a bone of contention. But talking about, you know, part of what he said a luxurious lifestyle that the president has been living, more like because the presidential jet conversation. But there's this statement on the front page of Voice of Liberty. The former member of the Senate, Senator Elisha Abu, he said something. He said 29 million naira monthly is too small for senators. Governors earn 700 million naira monthly. Isn't this outrageous something to talk about? Especially because the people that have chosen you to lead them, you're literally starving them for you to get fat accounts, just one person. You're saying 29 million is too small because some people earn 700 million naira. Like, should this even come out from someone who has been appointed to actually represent the people? Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Dalton from Bauchi.
All right, please join the conversation, sir.
About the issue of the voice subsidy, I want to speak on that.
Okay.
The last speaker was saying something, and I feel I should call. And honestly, about the issue of this subsidy, I think it's just a systematic way of siphoning public funds. In my own thinking, the way Mr. President announces the removal of subsidy, that should be the way he should tell Nigerians that subsidy is back forever. And secondly, the issue of purchasing things like the jet you've spoken about,
Yes.
I don't think it's a bad thing. That's my opinion.
I like that. All right.
The president have to have this. We know it has been long that we have such. But this purchase is at the wrong time.
Ill-timed.
Good thing in the wrong time.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
If you see the anger in Nigerians, you understand that.
An hungry man, they say, is an angry man.
Yes. So we speak based on how we feel.
Absolutely.
So we attach emotions to whatever we say, and I think everybody can do that. Whenever you are frustrated and you expect us to be a good citizen, I think it's impossible. So this issue is not something that we have to be telling people that this thing is wrong, this thing is wrong. We don't need anything. I didn't think the system is working. Bet you, Nigerians will not talk about purchasing jet, purchasing yachts, purchasing things. So we don't need anything.
All right.
Make the environment comfortable for average Nigerian, and what do we want?
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution,
We don't want anything. We don't want anything. Make this country very convenient to Nigerians, and we're okay. We are all not politicians.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
We are going to
thank you so much for your contribution, sir. It's just a minute per person, and you've already had 3 minutes. Sorry, I had to just drop it. So back to the conversation. I was talking about the issue of 29 million naira to 700 million naira coming from a senator, a former member of the Senate, who was elected to represent the people, saying it's even too small. What does that even connote? And why should we spend so much money on one single representative of the entire citizens when the citizens are screaming? And this fund still comes from the citizens' pockets.
You see, I don't think he is back to the Senate, but nevertheless, we can still digress. Let me put it this way. This is what happened when you elect clowns, because the senators and the governors, all of them are clowns. Clowns in the sense that you don't know the responsibility you have. You understand? Mm-hmm. You don't know why you are a governor or why you are a senator or a House of Representative member. You understand? Mm-hmm. They thought this money belonged to them. They thought the money is their own right. You understand? To spend anyhow or anyhow they want. They forgot that the money is a law. It's attached to the law. You understand? Very well. Must be appropriated and must be accounted. You understand? And must be spent transparently. You understand? Very so well. Corruption has eaten the fabric of the whole institutions of government. None that is not corrupt. All of them are corrupt. In fact, the politician and the civil servant have connived and scamming and defrauding Nigerians.
How? Civil servants?
Yes.
What business have they in this? You said connive. What do you mean by that?
They have connived because they are the one that bringing out project and assessment. You understand? Through procurement and so on. Then the politicians approve and have their own share. And at the end of the day, you won't see the job. That's what is happening. It has been happening not in this administration, it is happening in many administrations. You understand?
All right. Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the press. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Davis. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Mr. Davis, please join the conversation.
I think if you look at the situation of the country critically,
yes, sir.
If you ask me as an individual, my summary of all these things is that from the presidency to the senators to the ministers, in all honesty, they are just jokers. So many of them cannot tell us that they are not aware of the situation of the country.
Absolutely.
But rather, that is not the aim, that is not their prospect In fact, the reason for going to that office is not even to give back to the economy, give back to the society. That is why we have been going through this back and forth movement. Nigeria cannot tell me, the presidency cannot tell us that he doesn't know what the problem is and he doesn't have a solution. If we don't have a solution to the problems, if the senators and the ministers don't know how to come to them.
Oh, wow. Please do try to call us back. I don't know why we lost your voice, but please try to call us back so we can get the points you're trying to make. Do you know, part of his, I know that his arguments would be that they're trying to act aloof, like they don't really know what's going on in the nation, more like not prioritizing what is important and probably placing priorities on things that are not very important, or maybe important but ill-timed. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mr. Saturday, I'm calling from Bonny Island in Rivers State.
All right, sir. Please join the conversation.
About this subsidy.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why the president should keep this year of subsidy. We are the people is ruling, and we are saying we find it very difficult. Look at fuel in Bonny Island. We are buying fuel 1,200. Somebody doing a petty business. If light is not, he cannot even get money to buy. If you buy, you cannot get anything out of it. And people are crying. The other day, the minister is saying that why people are crying for hunger, that they should wait. That when it is time to do another election, they should do cast their vote and remove the government. Which means that what they are trying to say, they are not even giving ear to what the people are passing through. Look at the cost of fuel now. So why don't he remove that, introduce that subsidy so that we will know? Because when the subsidy is there, we are enjoying everything.
I totally agree. All right. Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
You are speaking with Buhari from Niger State.
All righty. Are we speaking with ex-president Muhammad Buhari? Please go ahead, sir.
Good morning. I just want to make a little contribution.
All right. Please make it snappy.
But I first have to start by appreciating you guys, particularly the management of press.
Thank you.
You guys have done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
So I want to contribute in the area of this procurement of new presidential
jet. Okay.
As a matter of fact, the procurement of the jet is not something that is desirable. It's not something that's worth to be doing by this time of the hardship that we are facing in Nigeria.
Sure.
Procurement of a jet is something that has to be taken place when, like, the atmosphere is conducive for that.
Sure.
We just came out from the protest, and we all see what's happening in that protest. The president is leading us. We voted him into power to lead us. I don't see anywhere that somebody can lead without a followership.
Sure.
The followers are now saying that even though they cannot see, the followers are speaking out, they are voicing out their mind that this is what we are going through. They are in hardship, even though they don't know. They are telling the leaders that they are in hardship. It's very hard for them to eat now. So for this reason, I don't see any point of procuring a jet. If I wonder if they are even forgetting that in economics, just simple term of scale of preference, I don't know if they are forgotten about it. Maybe the president is thinking that procurement of a jet is one of his most present needs. You need to have a scale of preference to attend to them according to the most present need. What happened to the security? What happened to the hardship? So all this should be considered before buying a presidential jet. That is what I want to say.
Thank you very much for your contribution. You know, the question I would love to ask again is, are we not entitled to subsidy to some extent?
We're entitled.
See, the issue of electricity as well. A lot of people are crying. Electricity is already impoverishing the people. when by the time you find yourself in band A, and it's so unjust that some persons, you could be in the same environment with some people and they are in band C, you find yourself in band A, and then you're paying heavily.
Let me tell you this, let me tell Nigerians this. No country in the world that has not subsidized education, healthcare, energy, that's electricity, including petroleum and gas. You understand? No country that does not subsidize, I mentioned education and, you understand?
Sure. Health
and so on and so forth. You understand? While we are removing subsidy, countries like UK, like United States of America, are subsidizing more. So what are we removing?
Let me take.
Are we going to kill ourselves, or they want to kill us?
Because he was on the line before it dropped. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, ma.
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
I called earlier.
Yes.
From Lagos.
Please proceed,
So
sir.
as I was trying to say, they can't tell us they don't know what the problem is. If you look at the economy very well, nothing is literally working. Nothing. Is it education? It's not working. Is it electricity? Is it road? Even it got to a point that even to increase the minimum wage is a problem for some governors. They were just making us realize that some governors in the southwest have agreed that okay, let's pay them the new minimum wage. But one person I don't want to mention his name, a governor for that matter, who is not ready to see into the problems of Nigeria and see. And yes, everything is skyrocketing. The last protest we had, they were busy shouting, we've had everything. We know that you are pressing a lot. We know that after that protest, it's not even up to 3 weeks. Now, fuel is scarce again. And now you want to tell us that these people are not jokers. In fact, I see them as gamblers. How can a minister for petroleum be shipping fuel good out of this country when we have a refinery in Ekpe? And just because of what you want to eat, you are busy condemning that particular refinery, a new refinery, for God's sake. And you are telling us that what they are producing in that place is not the standard. So the one in Malta is the standard. The one that they are extorting Nigerians, they are extorting from, stealing our money is the standard. The ones we cannot see now, the ones we can see here, you told her that it's not the good one. And the ones here, you see, until we go back to what I remember way back in 1999 during the Oputa panels era. There was a suggestion that was raised that everybody should go back to Constitutional Conference. And I think we really need to go back to that Constitutional Conference. It is then we will know who is who. We know what each region has, and we look for sensible men, because I know that there are men in this country of integrity who knows what to do.
Absolutely.
But because of what some greedy people want to do, they will not allow them to get there. I pray God will help us, because it's really getting worse and worse by the second. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. May God help us. Okay, let's quickly take this one before we continue. Hello, good morning. Good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right, sir. Could you please be more audible? I can hear your TV more than I can hear you. Please try to call us back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. That's your program. I think I'm enjoying this program.
Thank you, sir.
I'm calling from Kaduna State.
All right, sir. Your name, please.
Igbo.
All right, sir.
Yes, I've been following you. I've heard your submission, especially your video. Cost of governor is very high. That has been a major issue. But that's notwithstanding. Please, I want you to understand very well. The other caller, Buhari. Well, he's lucky that Buhari regime is out of this present our country. Because anyone that hears Buhari, they say, what happened? Buhari, he said, please, what happened? He said, I did not eat since morning. You did not eat, kill him. The father now said that. Ask him what is his name. His name is Buhari. Kill him. So that is what happened. So nobody dares Buhari. So now, since he has said, he can get his name Buhari. Okay, now, my issue is this.
Okay.
The government have no interest for the masses. That is just the truth of the matter. They have no interest. Now, when he came, he said, it is my turn to rule. Or, there is a way he placed himself, justify himself. thing that is actually bothering many Nigerians. That we said, was it even our vote that counted? Our vote didn't count. It was partisan. APC is my turn to rule. That is what is bringing us to this hour. The masses never voted for whosoever that is ruling presently.
All right, sir.
Okay. Now, let's
so you just have 10 seconds more.
How do you call it? His objective, major objective, when he came to rule the country, he removed the subsidy. And look at how he brought it. Fuel subsidy is gone. We all FRC.
All right, thank you so much.
Any plan. These people have no interest. Okay, let's just hope he's not even aware that these people are passing through hardship. The protest don't review a lot of things.
All right, thank you so
People
much.
came out with empty pots. People say the platform and what have you.
Sure.
And yet you have not even done anything, no consign. He said he has the own money, he's not coming to spend the money of our country. But what is happening? Buying SUV for all senators so that nobody will go and get it. Buying presidential jet, traveling up and down.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, sir. Apologies that we couldn't just continue. So, sir, back to the conversation. Now, we have a right to subsidy, don't we? And there's also the conversation of how ill-timed this presidential jet is. Even though they say, oh, it's an old jet that has been used by other countries before, and we're just purchasing that very, very far below the market price. I want you to take up all of this conversation, especially in the next few minutes that we have to round up.
Do you think this new jet is brand new? It's also Tukumbo. It's used one. You understand? Yes. So what are they telling us? Why are they in hurry to do that, to buy that? You understand? When you compare the money, I think not.
They've not stated categorically how much was spent on the jet.
Yes, but the issue is that's not what Nigerians want. People are suffering. You understand? It's just like you are inside your house, your family house. People are hungry. People don't have what to eat. People can't go out, can't move. Some are sick. You understand? Yes. Some are on the bed. And you wear your own babariga or your designer suit and coat with shoes. You put your expensive perfume and come out. You came out and passed through them. How do they look at you? Are you okay? Definitely, that's what it is.
But should
government is a crook of people. Not only this government. All government are crook of people because they don't care about people. They demolish your house, they prevent you from going to your farm, your schools, they tax you, they muzzle you, they kill you, they burn your house, they murder you, they do everything. All government are crook of people. Yes. You can't say the entire Nigeria are criminals. You can't say the entire Nigerians are bad. You understand? Yes. And likewise, you can't say...
Okay, but Mr. Gajo, just in a few seconds, should the president have traveled on a commercial flight rather than get a presidential jet for safety?
That is not concern of a Nigerian. If you like, make it take Molwe or BRT, go to France. That's his own business because he has not gone for official assignment.
That's number one.
You understand?
Yes.
Because we are entering Danfo and BRT and Kabu. Some even enter Bongoro to reach their own destination.
All right. Thank you very much.
Flying luxurious Airbus for what?
Thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Habib Gajo. We really appreciate you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, viewers, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And if we couldn't pick your calls today, sincere apologies. We'll take them again tomorrow. I am Olamide Alhassan, and I'll see you again later. Bye for now.